Yeah, you been scarred, but you a czar, you can crawl to the grave. I know you know that a lion's inside, sleeping in your heart. Step back and remember.
What up, Bride? It's your boy Amari, back again with another reaction video. Today we're getting into another demo slash workshop video for some of the Hamilton songs. This is going to be Helpless and Satisfied, and there's like some other one in there as well, but Helpless and Satisfied are definitely in this video. So hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you are enjoying this process of going through the demos and workshops of the Hamilton songs with me. I am really enjoying it. Like, seeing the musical itself and hearing all of the songs on the soundtrack was incredible, but also getting to see these songs from before they were officially released, seeing all of the different creative changes that were made has been such a fun process for me. So I'm glad to be going through this, and I'm happy to have you here with me. If you're new here, definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share not to miss any more content like this. We're gonna be getting into a lot more Hamilton auxiliary content as well as other musicals and stuff in the future. So definitely make sure to smash that subscribe button not to miss out on any of that content. But in the meantime, let's get into this, and I'll be seeing all of you guys on the other side.
Grabs you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through.
I have never been the pretty one, or the funny one, or the witty one. I stayed on the side, watched my sister shine, took it all in stride, till that night we were visiting the rebels, handsome devils. There were rebels every night, and my sister would dance with the soldiers while I looked on with pride.
Okay, so this is fascinating. This is like an entirely new song. I mean, yeah, it's the same perspective of Eliza from the ball, Winter's Ball, on the night that she met Alex, and kind of giving you like characterization of Eliza prior to her romance with Alexander. But this is so different. Like, the perspective that we get on Eliza's personality from the context outside of her relationship with Alex is mostly through the eyes of Angelica in Satisfied, and then like we get a greater understanding of her as the story goes on. But this is like just straight up her telling you, this is me. This is the difference between me and Angelica, which sets up an interesting view on the situation as far as the, I don't know, choice between Eliza and Angelica. So this is really interesting. But obviously we also have this like half animatic. I say half animatic in that like she doesn't have a face. Like there's still like contour lines on it, which are like, you know, the lines that like define the objects, or say a person's face, or the object's like body and stuff. When you see people drawing at the very, very beginning, those additional lines and stuff that they're adding that kind of like define the dimensions of the person or thing that they are drawing, like it still has all of that in it. So that's why I called it like a half animatic, but it is like still moving. You're still getting like pictures to go along with it. So this is like really, really interesting. But this animatic is very different as far as like its, at least in my brain, level of completion from the previous animatic we got in the last video. So that's cool. But yeah, we're gonna get back into this, but I just found this so fascinating that I was like, oh, there's another song listed on the title of this video, and it's a whole other version of Helpless, but it's not like, oh, we have a new verse or whatever. This is blatantly a brand new song with a new perspective and characterization on the character. So very different.
Witty one, I stayed on the side, watched my sister shine, took it all in stride, till that night we were visiting the rebels, handsome devils. There were rebels every night, and my sister would dance with the soldiers while I looked on with pride. You walked in to the room never be the same. All of the girls made a beeline to you. I grabbed my sister and whispered, oh no, this one's mine. Hey, maybe I'm a little crazy, but baby, I saw you and said this one's mine. And that's usually not who I am. Hot damn. You were capable of anything. You would take a
Okay, I like this. This song, just for the record, for me, is not as good as Helpless. Like, I like the composition of Helpless and like the general flow of Helpless more. But I like in this that we get a little bit of a peek inside of Eliza's head and thought process from her own perspective and not it just being told to us via someone else. I also like in the animatic how the first like face or like genuine expression we got from someone other than like, you know, blushing was when Eliza saw Hamilton and was like, this one's mine. Like that's a great moment artistically to, I'm shaking stuff. It's a great moment artistically and narratively to display like how paradigm shifting that moment was. She went from having no expression, so to speak, to having a very easy to read and easily communicated expression. And so I thought that was really cool as well. But yeah, I like this song, but I just don't like it as much as Helpless. I like that they decided to go with Helpless. I don't know if I think they said at the beginning that this was like the original version of Helpless. So, and I know in Helpless, she does say, the boy is mine, or maybe she says this one is mine and the boy is mine, but she definitely says the boy is mine at some point in Helpless. And so I don't know if Helpless was a replacement for this song or if there was going to be this song and then Helpless, or what we will see as we continue. But again, I'm with you, Lynn. I'm rocking with most of the creative choices that you made, with the exception of I would have liked to have a little bit of characterization of Eliza prior to the characterization we get of her from other people's perspective. Just like her establishing this is who I am before someone else establishes this is who she is. Does that make sense?
This one's mine. Hey, maybe I'm a little crazy, but baby, I saw you and said this one's mine. And that's usually not who I am. Hot damn. You were capable of anything. You would take a thing, you would make it sing. I marveled at your mind. Even my father said, this one burns bright, hold him tight. Ha! I was ready for a wedding ring or anything you were peddling. And then one night you were leaving, you'd gotten your orders off to fight. And I cried, but you told me I don't have $1 to my name. No applause, no acclaim, but if I come back alive, there is nothing I won't provide. I said I just wanna wake up with you by my side, and you kissed me and whispered the words I'd been saying inside. You're mine. Hey, we were married that night. I screamed up to the sky, this one's mine. And you better take care of my baby. He's gonna change the world, set us free. Stay.
Okay, one thing I wanted to say, I think this is more romantic. I don't know. The way they got together is actually pretty romantic as well. What I was going to say is like the fact that this was, they still got the original Philip, Big Philip, the father's approval in a sense. And they still like had this romance post the ball that also happened quickly. They still got married, but it feels more movie-like. I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of cute, you know? Like they're their moment that they had there that night. And she's like, we were married that night. I was waiting for a ring, and he was about to get shipped off. And he told me, I love you. I don't have anything to give you. But when I come back, things are going to be better as long as I don't die. And she was like, it doesn't matter. I just want to be with you. It's cute. It's cute. The writing letters back and forth to her like falling for his mind and all of that stuff, that's kind of implied here anyway. Like she blatantly says she falls for his mind, but like obviously there had to be some conversations or something that happened that he was whatever thing he was taking to make it sing, however they worded it. So clearly there was some level of communication there in this song. But just that little moment of them getting married versus like the formal marriage that happens in Satisfied. Yeah, happens in the beginning of Satisfied. That's cute too. But this is just like not a Romeo and Juliet, but like kind of like a star-crossed lovers type situation. Like, it's cute. What do you want me to say? I'm a hopeless romantic. If that wasn't absolutely clear throughout the course of me reacting to the actual musical itself. Yeah. Yeah.
The sky, this one's mine, and you better take care of my baby. He's gonna change the world, set us free, stay alive, and come home to me. One day they'll tell stories of his deeds, and they'll ask what was he really like, and I'll say he was mine. No matter what comes down the line, this one's mine. Oh, mine, oh, mine.
Cute. Super, super, super cute. Also, like, really tragic. I think in the, like, final version that we got, she does talk about, like, I thought he was mine in Burn. But, like, with this, you know, she's like, this one's mine. No matter what happens, whatever comes down the line, this one's mine. And then, like, we figure out what comes down the line. You know, like, that stings a little bit. It does. But, like, I mean, Helpless doesn't make that any better because, like, she responds helpless. You've seen it. You know what happens, okay? But I'm just saying, like, it's sad. It's tragic. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole again. But, yeah, I liked that. I feel like the writing in that was very, not simplistic, but by the level of the other songs around that, they're so lyrically dense and complex that song, if they kept that song, would have had to be like leveled up lyrically to match the other stuff around it, or it would have felt like not like a low point, but you get what I'm saying. Like it would have been a bit of a lull as far as like the lyrical denseness of this like initial part of really all of the musical, but like this initial part of the musical. But yeah, I like Helpless a lot, and so it's kind of hard to like compare the two because I never heard Lynn like sing a demo of Helpless, so I don't like. You get what I'm saying? Like I heard the final version of Helpless. I heard Philippa sing it, and so maybe if I heard Philippa sing this with like her intonation and like her general emotive, expressive way that she sings, it might resonate deeper. I don't know. Also, like I didn't get an animatic of that one. I got like the musical of that, you know? So there's like a certain level of acting and expressiveness that comes with that may be leaning me towards Helpless. But I just feel like I like Helpless more because it hits harder. It's just missing that initial piece of like personal characterization from Eliza, which I think would have been nice. We get a lot of it later, but like this isn't tragic, you know? Although like her like kind of sitting on the sideline being like the forgotten ugly duckling, that's not exactly happy, but you get what I'm saying. We know where that leads, and so that's happy versus like the later characterization we get is her going through trauma. And so that's kind of different. But anyway, Satisfied. Oh, another thing before I get into Satisfied, I was also thinking like the music for this isn't like super complex, but also when I listen to the demos of all of these songs, the music gets leveled up a lot over the course of this process. And so I feel like this song probably would have gotten that same treatment. But yeah, I don't see this song fitting the final version of the musical as much as Helpless, but I also know that this song wouldn't have been the exact same if it made it all the way into the musical. It would have been. Does that make sense? This is a Charmander version of this song, and that would have had to been a Charizard version of this song to like really fit in the musical. It's basically what I'm saying. Lyrically, like vocally, composition wise, it's just this is a baby Pokemon for the purpose of this analogy, and it's like sandwiched in between a Blastoise and a Venusaur. And so I'm just like, do you get what I'm saying? Like it needs a little extra training. This is a weird analogy, especially if you don't know anything about Pokemon, but just take my word for it, okay? It makes sense. If you know, you know. And so anyway, let's continue. Yo, I'm shook. That's crazy. Wow. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting all like whoa. Shouts out to this person. This seems like the same art style from the same animatic that I got last time with, I think it was Story Tonight. I don't know. But yeah. Whoever did this is the point. They ate this, okay? Shout out to that person. That was crazy. I am going back and watching it again because I was just like kind of like shooketh that they were doing that. Y'all saw it. Okay, that was crazy. But I want to sit and see if I can like pick out any specific moments like, oh, that's that. But regardless, that was incredible. That was for the level of budget that I'm assuming that this person had while working on this to like do that was just like really impressive to me. Like the overlay and like the craziness of all the it was cool. It was, yeah. Wow. And the fact that it's like in this like grayish black and white theme of coloring, but like the only thing that was pink other than this pink light right now was like the little glasses with the heart in it before it dropped and broke. This is good, dude. This is good. I get why people keep recommending that I react to the animatics because like they did their big one on this one. Okay, that's crazy.
I had never been the same. Intelligent eyes in a hunger pang frame. And when you walked by, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. I could make him mine. She'd say I'm fine. She'd be lying. To the bride. To the bride. The bride. The sister. Always by his side. And the hope that you
Oh, it sounds so good. It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Man. Don't you cry, you bastard. Oh, this is such a good song. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're going to make it through. Oh, we're not doing this again. You know what's crazy? Like I really do. When I be listening to this, I be getting emotional. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. She ate that. She ate that, bro. Oh my goodness. This like actual animatic is so good. Like I might have to go watch this. I'm not gonna lie. This is really good. Part of me was thinking as I saw them rewinding if they were actually rewinding scenes that had happened earlier during the Helpless part of this animatic. I don't know if they made like an animatic for all of the different songs, right? But I'm just assuming that they did. But then again, I assumed that everybody reacted to like the entire musical of Hamilton. And then I started reacting to the entire musical of Hamilton. And then people told me that most people just react to specific songs, which is weird to my brain. That's not how my brain works. But okay, whatever. Setting that aside, it's possible that this is like an animatic for the entire musical. And if that is the case, then I would assume that those rewound scenes are scenes from Helpless that I just hadn't seen. But there's a lot of scene in that sentence. But regardless, that was super cool. And the level of emotion demonstrated in the visuals match Renee's voice so well, which, by the way in which she's singing this is like 98% the same as the final version that we get. I know this is a workshop, so this is a lot closer to the final version, like to it being live and on Broadway, but still pretty cool. There was like one build in a note she got to the same place vocally, but the way that she went, the path that she took to get there was a little bit different. And I don't know if that was like a creative change or if that was just like this one time she just sung it different or whatever. But that was like the big noticeable thing that was vocally different. This is a lot closer to the final version is what I'm saying than I think Skylar Sisters was like the one that she was doing like a lot of different stuff on. It makes sense because like if you write this, you don't have to make changes to it. You feel me? Like if you get here, where else are you going? Okay, you done arrived at the destination. You done found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Ain't nowhere else to go. You win the game. Game over. So yeah. But this song is just it's so good. Which I know that. I do. I'm aware. I've listened to the song again since reacting to the musical. Like, a lot. Like, 200 times. A lot. But every single time it still makes me emotional. And this has now been out for like a decade. And you guys still get emotional based on the comments on that part of the reaction series that I did to this musical. And so, I'm not surprised. But at the same time, like it just creep up on your boy, you know? Like I don't know if you've ever been walking through your house at night and like stumbled upon your pet. Like, I know you live here too, but like, what are you doing here right now in the darkness in this moment? That's how it felt. Hopefully that makes, I feel like that analogy is probably going to make sense to a wider audience of people than the Pokemon analogy earlier. But, why are you acting like Pokemon is like some niche interest? Everybody knows Pokemon. If you don't know Pokemon, it's a you thing, okay? That's a good analogy. Shut up. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to go back. I'm going to listen to most of this again because I just really, really like this song and I am a masochist, I guess. It's a really good song. And she ate this. And also, I was like very distracted by the greatness of the song and the greatness of the animatic that I wasn't like really analyzing it. And so I'm gonna give myself an opportunity to do that. But really, I'm just gonna vibe again. So let's get to it.
To the bride, to the bride, to the bride.
There it is. The way she gets to Union, the little path she takes. It's the same mountaintop, but it's a different climb. You feel me? Ooh, interesting.
He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
For the record, just real quick, just I need you to appreciate the peach fuzz they gave. They gave him that's the canonical peach fuzz, okay? It is well established that he is trying to grow his beard and it's patchy. It ain't growing out right, okay? I like the fine details in this, okay? Somebody, anybody, please, the person who made this, hit me up, tell me who made this animatic, because I really want to give them their just due, their actual credit, and I don't know who made it. It might be at the beginning, and I just blocked it out. Sorry, but shouts out to this person, because this is incredible. Shouts out to Renee. She ate this song so bad, dude. This is great. We all collectively know that, but it's kind of like one of those things where you just have to say it all the time. Like I'm one of those people where, like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I have to tell you every day I love you. Like, yeah, I told you yesterday. Yes, I'm going to tell you tomorrow. You know, I don't have to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you deserve it, okay? You deserve it. Satisfied, you deserve. I love you. You deserve it. So, man, I really went like almost a decade with this existing, and I just didn't know that this was out here, and I feel like society failed me. Like as hyped as this was, like y'all wasn't doing enough. Okay, too long of my life was spent not enjoying this, and that's y'all fault, not my fault, because I'm not taking responsibility for it. Okay, all right. I don't know what's after this in the video, but there's more video to go. So let's keep going. But like I might swing back, okay? I might spin the block again just because it deserves it. So it is what it is. All right. Oh wow, there's a lot of video still left. Okay, let's go for real.
He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
A toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, for your sister Angelica, who's always by your side, to the union, the revolution, the hope that you provide, always be satisfied. Yeah. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves so they not praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. You've never been the same, intelligent eyes in a hunger pang frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game. Strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied.
Ooh, I like that. First off, I love that this song, at least so far, is like mostly the same, because it's kind of like he wrote a masterpiece immediately and just knew it. Like he didn't have to change it. He knew immediately, this goes hard. And he was right. Man. Okay. All right. It's going good. If there's an additional verse or something crazy in this that I have to mourn again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't watch all the other stuff I told you about that I wish that he had kept in, but didn't keep. I didn't watch that multiple times. Okay, so I don't really need. My heart doesn't need more from this song. Okay, I'm not ready for more from this song. So hopefully, it is in fact what I am seeing it to be, which is just like he hit a strike on the first bowl and was like, all right, I'm going home now. That's not how bowling works. But anyway, yeah, I really like this. I also like the fact that like you can see the vision, but also understand like the limited access to resources he had at the time. Not necessarily resources as in money, but like he is being the ensemble and he's creating the effect with a variety of different like vocal effects that he's using. There's like different processing on his vocals. I don't know exactly what effect he is using to sound like that in those moments, but you get the point. The point is that he had the vision of the way in which it would go on to be vocalized and the amount of people that would go on to do it. And he is communicating that in the best way that he can given the circumstance, kind of like watching someone who is speaking in their, this is a weird analogy, but follow me here. It's kind of like watching someone who is speaking in their second or third language who knows what they're trying to say, but they have a limited vocabulary in the ways in which that they can communicate that in this specific language. And so this would be, for the purpose of this analogy, him communicating to the best of his ability what he is trying to say in his second or third language, and then the final product would be him communicating that in, it's not him singing, I'm talking about him from like a creative director standpoint, not necessarily him from like the character of Alex or whatever, but him from a creative visionary standpoint, communicating that in his native language or his first language, whatever language he's most comfortable with. I know people who are most comfortable in their non-native language, which is like a whole other can of worms to talk about, mostly due to colonialism. But that aside, wow, that got off track immediately. Oh, the point is, I like that we are seeing the vision here. I like in the other ones that have a bunch of changes, we see the path he took to get to where he's going. But I like, at least so far in this one, that we see like, no, the destination was clear the entire time, but the road that he got to get there wasn't as paved and as nice as the road would eventually be. Does that make sense? Did I just compare the demo to a dirt road? Sure, whatever. You get the point. Yeah, this is cool.
When you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game. Strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. Like me.
Dude, whatever that is in the background, that I don't even think I can like vocalize what it sounds like. The little, that's not what it sounds like, but you know what I'm talking about. The little thing that's happening in the background. It's like, it has like a bunch of reverb on it, and it's kind of like, I don't know what it's called, okay? But you hear it. And if you don't hear it, then you hear it anyway, and you just don't realize that you hear it because I'm not explaining it well. That thing is really cool, and I wish they would have kept that in the final cut. It might actually be in the final cut, and I just don't realize it. I don't think it is. Now, I'm going to go listen to it again, but I don't think that that's in the final version, but it sounds really, really cool. And it also sounds like very, how do I explain this? It's very fitting of the setting of this scene in that it sounds, I don't even know what adjective to use here. It sounds otherworldly. It sounds like it is something that could be happening in someone's head. And I think that that's really cool. Okay, let's see, what part of the song are we in? Yeah, I was right. It's not in there. I was pretty sure it wasn't in there, but before I got like 200 comments of people being like, oh, well, actually, sir, Mr. Idiot. No, it's not in there. Shut up. It might be in there. I just didn't hear it again for the 250th time. But I don't hear it in there, so I'm assuming it got removed until otherwise told that it actually didn't get removed. But yeah, it's really cool. It might have thrown off like the vibe of this in that everything here is a lot more acoustic. The piano, the violin, like all of the sonics of that song, they're not synthetic in the way that this one is. So like that particular instrumental effect could have like shifted the feel of it a little bit, but we don't know for sure because it's not in there, and I like it, so I'm saying it should have been in there. Yeah, really cool. I can't tell you what that is though. I have like some foggy ideas of what it, of ways that like I could have potentially recreated that sound in a similar way, but I know that it wouldn't have been close. And if I say, oh, you could make something similar to that doing X, then people who actually know like production techniques are gonna be like, that does not sound that would not sound like what you're saying. So it's, anyway, the point is, it's cool. I like it. I wish that they would have kept it. They didn't. It's okay. Satisfied is still a masterpiece, but this is a cool effect.
When you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game. You strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. You're like me, I'm never satisfied. Is that right? I've never been satisfied. Name is Angelica Schuyler, Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait. So this is what it feels like to match with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom, a scene, the light. It's Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we say in total, like 3 minutes. It's a dream minute, it's a bit of a dance. It's a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give him a chance. Asked about his family, did you see his answer? His hands started fidget and he looked askance. He's penniless, he's flying by the seat of his pants. He's handsome, and boy, what does he know it? Peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place. And I can't see my sister's face, and she's like, helpless. And I know she's helpless. And her eyes are just helpless. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Number 1, I'm a girl in the world and rich. My only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to social climb for one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is insidious. And Alexander is penniless. Huh, this doesn't mean I love him any less. Number 2, I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. I could make her mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying. Number 3, he's after me because I'm a sky.
I'm a fight personally with my fist and my feet. Whoever says, sorry, let me finish. I'm a fight whoever decided that they should take that little effect out, because that's like a core part of the beat here in this version. And most of this, it's not the exact same, but like it's, again, this is the Charmander version. Really not even the Charmander version. This is like Pikachu, who I'm pretty sure Pikachu only, no, Pikachu is the middle Poke evolution. Never mind. Because I was about to say there's Pichu, and there's Raichu. So never mind. One of the Pokemon that like only evolves one time, or maybe it's a legendary Pokemon, so it doesn't evolve at all. It's just kind of in its final evolution at the end. This is the Pokemon episode, if that wasn't clear. I've made countless references to Pokemon in the actual reaction to the Hamilton musical itself, but this is continuing that trend. The point is that this song is, for the most part, the same as the end version that we get. Like, obviously, the instrumentation is played on different instruments, but these songs are parallel to each other in that most of the instrumentation, basically all of the lyrics, the vocalizations and the vocal ideas that are being presented in this song they're not copy pasted, but they're not rewritten either, if that makes sense. Like the ideas are all the same musical ideas. They're just played on non-synthetic instruments is what I'm trying to say. And so the main thing that was taken away from this song to that version is obviously less vocals from Lynn, because he doesn't play Angelica. And also we get like the ensemble cast singing, obviously, but it's really that like little oscillating effect that we have there, which I think is really, really cool. And so the fact that they took it away is really, really not cool. But other than that, yeah, it's dope. I obviously like Renee's voice better than Lynn. It's not a shot at Lynn. I just like the way she sings the song better. It's just my personal preference. I love her voice. Don't get it twisted. I'm not one of those people who be hating on Lynn's voice either. I like Lynn's voice too. We've already had that discussion. It's a whole other conversation for a different video. But yeah, I like the way she sings this song better. But overall, this song has 98% of the stuff that I love about the final version, which is so cool that like in all of the different versions of this song that existed, it was just like, no, this is great. Don't F it up. Don't F it up as in like don't make a bunch of changes to it. It didn't require those changes. And so that's really interesting and really dope.
Is kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. I could make her mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying. Number 3, he's after me because I'm a Skylar sister.
Oh, there's like little changes like that. Like I could make him mine, he'd be mine. Like it's like it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Relevant to satisfied. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Let's go and Angelica. He was right. You will never be satisfied. When I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes. As I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep those eyes in my life.
Is that the now I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's the vinyl static that you get when you play a vinyl record and you listen to it. It has like the little, there's a name for it, but I'm just gonna call it vinyl static. It's a little sound that comes off of vinyl records. That's a really interesting choice for an effect right there. Obviously that's not in the final version of the song, but I like that choice there because it this whole song has like all of these like different effects and different like textures to it that give it this kind of like otherworldly, like out of body experience. And that's exactly what the song is for most of it. And so that's really cool. Nice little creative choice there.
Size what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep those eyes in my life. To the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride. Tell me a sister, Angelica, who was always by your side. To the union, to the revolution, the hope that you provide, always satisfied, and I know she'll be happy as his bride, and I know he'll never be satisfied, he'll never be satisfied.
Interesting. Is that the end? Interesting. Okay. Outro time. I got some stuff to say. It's me. You know I got some stuff to say. Okay, so that was super interesting. I really enjoyed that. I love the fact that like the song was 98, 99% done immediately. Like he got it right the first time and didn't have to change it at all. There were like some differences in the way that he transitioned from one word to another word versus how Renee did it. But like for the most, that's the same song, dog. That's the same song. You know it. And I love that he was just like, yeah, nope, this doesn't need major changes at all, except removing like some of these like interesting effects that he had that like made the song feel kind of ethereal. But the song still ends up feeling very ethereal, at least to me, in the way that it is delivered and the way that it is like performed. And so I think that that's really cool. Speaking of performances, I wonder if as he was writing these songs, like if he had the visuals or like the mental images of like the blocking of the way that all of this was going to go down. I don't know if he handled that. I don't know if that was somebody else, like a director or something. But it's just interesting to me as I am as I am listening to it. I'm obviously like in my head remembering the way that things are portrayed visually throughout the course of the musical, and then like obviously we get like other people's takes on it with the animatics. And so the musical is inherently written in a way that is very visually stimulating from the standpoint of like it not visually stimulating, but mentally stimulating in a capacity to help you imagine visually, kind of like books, how books are written in a way that they are detailed enough and expressive enough with just the words that you can conjure up a picture of what Draco Malfoy looks like even before the movies come out. Books are often written in a way that the reader can visualize what is happening without necessarily seeing the images, unless of course it's like a graphic novel or a comic book or something like that. But that's how I feel like these songs are written, and not all songs are written in that way. Not all songs are emotive enough and detailed enough in their writing and delivery to like really portray actual scenes, but these are, and then that is like furthered by the fact that I've actually seen the scenes that go with these songs, and I saw the scenes when I was listening to the songs for the first time, so like it all came flooding at your boy immediately. And so it's just really cool to like see that. And I wonder if at the time that he was writing this, if he had that in mind. I don't know if you guys have that information, that's why I'm saying all of this out loud. Maybe he did. I know that like people have told me that this was written as a concept album first, but like as someone who writes concept albums, I exclusively write concept albums. Like I have like visuals in my head as I am writing the songs, and like as I'm working on the compositions, because I also produce my songs. So like as I'm working on the compositions and I'm writing the lyrics, like all of it goes together. For me, it's all one thing. The music isn't separate from the lyrics, and the lyrics aren't separate from the visuals, and so on and so forth. And so just because like I don't have the budget of like a whole like production for a musical, doesn't mean that like I don't have the visuals as I'm writing. And I think that actually helps me as a writer, like to have the visuals to better describe the scene, the narrative, the themes that I'm covering in my songs. And so like I don't know, I've never been anybody else as a writer, so I don't know if like other people work like that in their brain. And so I feel like the way that this was communicated, it just makes sense if that was the case. But like maybe I'm projecting like my own experiences working in this like similar capacity on his creative process. I don't know, but I'm just sharing from my perspective, my experiences of both like a creative, a writer of conceptual musical pieces. Musical as in like in the nature of music, not musical as in like I'm writing a musical. I'm not writing a musical. But I don't know if that's just a me thing projecting onto this, or if this is like actually the way his brain works as well. But it just feels like it is, because the way it was all so seamlessly communicated. And even without the visuals, I get the visuals. And so, yeah. I don't know if any of what I just said makes sense to normal people, but this is fascinating is the point. I really enjoyed it. Back to the This One's Mine song. That's a cool song. It's not Helpless, it's not, but it's good. It's not a bad song. I do feel like it needed some extra seasoning on it. You feel me? Like I feel like, okay, this is gonna be rude, but I feel like that was British food. Like it could be good, but it could use some seasoning. Like, so rude. But Brits, you know what I'm talking about. You've traveled, you've tasted other people's food. You know that this little thing called spices exist, and it takes the food to the next level. And I feel like that was missing a little spice compared to the other dishes that are literally the rest of the musical. And so, yeah. But I also, like, having heard demos for the other songs, I know that, like, they get additional spice. The Satisfied demo, again, is, like, mostly the same dish. Again, continuing this, like, food analogy. But, like, some of the other demos, like, they also get leveled up over the course of, like, the journey to being the final product song. And so I have complete confidence that song would have been leveled up to the level of the rest of the musical, but right now it's not at that level, and Helpless is. And so, like, by comparison, Helpless wins this food competition. But yeah, it was not a bad song. The ingredients were there, they just needed some extra ingredients. They needed some more on it. You feel me? So sorry to the Brits that your food tastes like dirt. No, I'm just kidding. Man, the redcoats are really gonna come for me. If I disappear, you know who did it. All jokes aside, all slander of British food aside, your beans and toast and whatever is amazing. Don't come for me, y'all. But I just... point is, I liked it, but I don't like it as much as like the rest of the musical. And you probably feel the same, or maybe you like beans and toast. I don't know. That's up to you. To each his own. But with the emoji for this video, because this outro is long and crazy and just, yeah, it's mostly just like a stream of consciousness, which like really all of my videos are, but like really this outro is definitely that. The emoji for this video is bread. Is there a bread emoji? I feel like there's a bread emoji. There's like an emoji for everything, so there's probably a bread emoji. Let's test it. Bread. There's a lot of bread emojis. Okay, one of the bread emojis. Bread emoji, because, you know, being the toast. So, if you have watched until this point in the video, please leave a bread emoji in the comment section down below to let me know that you watched until this point so I can thank you personally. It really does mean a lot. I really do appreciate it. And the emojis in the comments are additional engagement on the video, which pushes the video out further and lets YouTube know that you actually enjoy this content. So thank you so much for that. It really does mean a lot. I really do appreciate it. And I will be seeing all of you guys here on the channel next time with more Hamilton content, more non-Hamilton content, more musicals and stuff in the future. So definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed already, please check. Some of you guys thought you were subscribed and then you weren't. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost you none. It helps the channel immensely. And so please do. But in the meantime, you guys have a great day, and I'll be seeing all of you guys here on the channel next time. Peace.
These guys no blues. A new love, but we know that it'll cruise like time in a queue. Wet shampoo, new bamboo. Much more of it will ensue. I'm caught in this trance in lieu of sinking down in the stew. You change up the brew, now life tastes so brand new. It's delicious like fondue. Under the moonlight tonight, stars and hearts shimmering. You illuminate who I am. You're a backlight. You are my midnight.